Hey guys, how's it going? Today we are working in this flower bed right here in front of the garden. I'm not trying to fool anybody. This is the third video that I am recording in this shot because I had so much stuff that I had collected in the last like 2 weeks that I have been putting in the ground because I had other projects that needed done. And I am fighting the sun. So I gotta get this stuff in. It's not gonna take very long. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things that have to go in the ground, as well as hopefully some sweet peas. This is the project for this video, is gonna be building out some of this bed. I'm really excited, and I will show you why. You guys might notice that my gladiolas have come up in the back. These have pretty much all come up 100%. So I was waiting on 2. There's one that just popped in right here, and the one in the corner just popped in. So the entirety of this back panel fence, all of the gladiolas came up on that side. But for some reason, on this side over here, the gladiolas didn't come up that well. I'm not exactly sure why, but it is what it is. Starting from back to front, talking about the plants that I plan on putting in this bed. All of the sweet peas that I have are gonna go in here. And I have probably about 12 solid sweet peas, which is about 6 per fence line, or about 1 plant per every foot. So that'll be a pretty good coverage for this fence line, because most of the ones that germinated have at least 2 stalks in them. So that should fill in quite nicely with sweet peas. And I believe they're mammoth sweet peas, which is a soft pink salmon color. Moving forward from that, I have a late night salvia. This is a pretty traditional looking salvia. I am excited to have one of these. I am a huge fan of lavender, but I don't want to just put lavender everywhere. So salvia is a very similar structured plant, and I definitely like that a lot. I also have this Dusty Miller. I've always been a huge fan of lamb's ear and that kind of texture and tone in the garden, and this is a really cute little version of that. Right behind me is a purple fountain grass. Purple fountain grass is probably my absolute favorite grass. I know it's a really common cultivated grass, but it is honestly so pretty, and I love the way they look. They're structural, they're elegant, I don't know, they're cool. I love the plume. I love that the plume is purple. So this is gonna be really fun. I think I'm gonna kind of structure this kind of in the corner just as like an anchor piece. I believe that this will come back every year too, so it's gotta have a good spot. Moving on from that, we have another salvia. This one is definitely a different flower here. This is an Eveline salvia, or an Eveline salvia. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce the name, but this one is already quite a bit bigger than the other one. This one will get much larger. This is gonna grow in 15 to 24 inches with a width of 18 to 24 inches. So this is gonna be a pretty large plant. I believe the other salvia is more traditional and compact. Height 12 inches, width 15 inches. Yep, so that other salvia is gonna be a little bit on the smaller side. And then of course we have this diamond snow euphorbia right here. And these are just fun to me. It's not a crazy complicated or complex plant, but these are just fun. And I really like the flower on this one. A nice pop of white in here with all of the other colors that we're gonna have going on. Moving on down from that, we have our stretch here in between the trellis that has our clematis on it. In the corner of the building here, we have wormwood, which is not really gonna flower. It's just kind of a variety of texture. So that's gonna go in right here. It should mound. They get a really pretty silver foliage. As you can see, it's already got some of that going on right here. So I think it'll be a nice contrast between all of the rich greens. And then right before we get to the lavender hedge, which we just put in, I want to draw your guys' attention back to how I kind of ticked it out right here. And I did that for a reason, because I really wanted to tuck, instead of bringing this in and kind of shrouding the whole bottom of the trellis in with this lavender, I wanted to leave it open on one side, so I kind of pulled it out instead of tucking it back towards the building. So I'm going to tuck this African daisy in right in that spot. So this will get decently large and mounding. It also technically self-seeds, but I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about that here. So I'm gonna tuck this in right here. Okay, and that's pretty much everything that we're putting in the ground. As far as amendments for the soil, we're just gonna go with our traditional amendments. And one of the birds are home up in the eaves in the house. We're just gonna go with our traditional amendments. So I will be moving back all of the mulch, digging the hole, amending the native soil with some organic compost from our pile, and then using a starter fertilizer and a little bit of our sulfur amendment because our soil is so alkaline here. So let's get planting. Alright, you guys, and just like that, everything is planted. Magic. No, not really. It actually didn't take as long as I thought it was going to. Surprise, it is actually a different day, even though I'm wearing very similar clothes. It is the next day. I did not get this done before the evening set in. In fact, I think I filmed the section before the time lapse and almost immediately decided that it was just not going to happen. So I ended up having a delay in plans anyway, so I went ahead and planted everything in today, and I think it looks great. I really like the way that it looks. I am kind of going for like a mounded cottage garden vibe, so I think that that's going to work in here. Some of the stuff is a little close together, but I kind of want things touching, and I kind of want it to feel a little overgrown, so that's the goal. I do got to water it in still, of course, and watch it grow. So that's pretty much it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, guys.